So this is bourbon country, right? We all know that. So to become the official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby, there's got to be something special about it, right? So we recently took a trip to Woodford Reserve to find out what it is about it that makes it good enough to be the official bourbon.
And it's good. The GMK team has a couple of bourbon aficionados who have given it their seal of approval. Take a look at our visit to Woodford.
Barrels have come out.
So Elizabeth, this is really where the magic happens. But what happens in the fermenter is truly just magic. It's like nature's magic. All yeast have their own kind of fruit fingerprint, if you will, and so there's unique fruit notes just to that proprietary yeast strain. So that is something that gives Woodford all these beautiful banana notes, citrus notes, peach notes, all that, and we have the ability to ferment up to 7 days when the industry standard is around 3 days. We're the only major distillery that has 3 pot stills, so we triple pot distill our whiskey here. And basically it starts out in the big pot still in the back, and all that fermented mash that we just talked about, we put it in there. It's around 12% ABV, 24 proof. And when distillation is extracting the alcohol from that fermented mash. You don't see something like this here in America, and it's truly unique and it's so beautiful, and it's a signature of Woodford Reserve.
It's clear that lots of people come in here, see the different barrels, and there's a lot of action that goes on in here.
We like to say that around 60 to 80% of the flavor that you taste in that bottle of Woodford Reserve comes from the barrels in this warehouse. This is heat cycled. That means that we are heating it up to summer-like temperatures. We'll hold it there for about a week, and then we cut it off and open the doors up and let it cool down just as nature allows it.
So is that a process you repeat, or is it just a one-time thing for all the barrels in here?
We repeat it as many times as Mother Nature will allow us to.
How many barrels are actually in a warehouse like this one?
So this one has just under 5,000 barrels, so it's pretty small. So our big warehouses, there's around 63,000 barrels in those bad boys.
I love the history of bluegrass of Kentucky, the bourbon region, and Woodford. Everything, parts of it look so old. Is it true? How old are things here?
1812 is when distilling started on this site. The whole reason why this distillery sits here is because of the springs that are along the Grassy Springs branch of Glens Creek. So the Pepper family actually utilized that spring water in their distillation, and we still utilize that in our distillation today. We have 4 warehouses. There's roughly 250,000 barrels sitting up there, and because we're a National Historically Registered Landmark, we are constricted to just utilizing the footprint that's already here with a lot of our buildings. So we've had to innovate within the space.
What's the relationship with, horses and Woodford Reserve as a whole, the connection between the two?
I mean, 2 of our previous Triple Crown winners, Justify and American Pharoah, they stand stud just next to us. And it's because of that limestone filtered water. So that water has calcium, potassium, magnesium in it. So you know how your parents always told you to drink milk when you're little to give you strong bones? It's the same concept. The horses drink that water, gives them strong bones for racing. And that's why thoroughbred breeding is so core to this part of Kentucky. We have finished Woodford Reserve in this cognac barrel, so it's been in here since 2016. This is our Baccarat luxury liquid, so it is very special, very rare, so it's a great way to celebrate. And with Derby 150, we utilize this liquid in a special bottle release that we have.
All right, there we go. Cheers.
Happy Derby.
Happy Derby.
Cheers to Derby 150.
Happy Derby to everybody.
I learned so much.
Oh my gosh, yes. Especially at a place like Woodford that really, really knows what they are doing.
Yeah.
They have a plan in place, and they are happy to tell you about it. It's a lot, but it's fantastic.
A beautiful place to see.